Ezekiel 48 and verse 35, I think. The last verse of Ezekiel 48. Once ago, and the name of the city from that day shall be, the Lord is there. The Hebrews call that Jehovah Shammah, the one who is always there. Friends, in my few years of living, I can tell you that there is no guarantee that everyone will always be there. There's no guarantee. There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that your mom will always be there. Isaiah 49 and verse 15. Can a mother forget a sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Surely they may forget. So there is no guarantee that your mom will always be there. There is no guarantee that your parents will always be there. Psalm 27 and verse 10. Look at the Bible. Let the Bible speak for itself. Psalm 27 and verse 10. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take care of me. David's father forgot him. The day the prophet came to the house, 7 children were fielded. David was forgotten. So there is no guarantee that your parents will always be there for you. There is no guarantee that the person you helped will always remember. Genesis 40 and verse 23. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because you are breaking your sweat, you are becoming depressed because somebody forgot, somebody betrayed. He's a human being. Human tendency primarily is self-preservation. It's not other-centered. It's self-preservation. Nobody thinks of you first. If you take a group picture, they're looking for their face, not your face. Why are you overrating people like that? Why? Look at it. Genesis 40, verse 23. Want to go? So there is no guarantee that anybody you have helped will return a good deed with another. Do you know they discovered that one of the highest causes of loneliness is marriage? Marriage. Success is on that list. It's another cause of loneliness. People who are successful are very lonely people because it's like a pyramid. There is a crowd at the bottom. As you are climbing up, it's thinning down. There are fewer people who understand the reality. As you are going up the ladder, so people just know what they are going through. They don't know what you are going through. Somebody is coming to ask you for this, ask you for that, and they are compounding your loneliness. Because when you can't meet the need, you still feel like they don't understand why I can't meet the need. Success can make you very lonely. People can be lonely in marriage. In marriage. Acts of married people. That is the reason. Just be looking straight. That is the reason. That is the reason. Listen to me. Listen. Marriage, you see, loneliness is not an absence of affection. You can be married and still be lonely. There is no guarantee that anybody will always be there for you. There's no guarantee. 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 16, Paul said, at my first defense, he said, no one stood by me. Everyone left me at my first defense. But verse 17, he said, nevertheless, the Lord stood by me. The Lord stood by me. What about Joseph? Joseph was sold for a pittance by his brothers. They were going to sell him. The best price they could sell him for was the price of a slave. Let me tell you this, friends. You see, proximity does not confer on you the awareness of true value. Proximity. They were his brothers, but they did not think it was worth that much. They sold him for a pittance. Not everybody thinks you deserve that much. You are worth that much attention, that much respect, that much love. No. They want to give you something. They give you leftovers of their affection, their love, their attention. Whatever it is, leftovers. Because they don't think you are worth that much. They sold Joseph out. But when they did, Genesis 39 and verse 2, the Bible said the Lord was with Joseph. Verse 21, after they lied against him, the Lord was with Joseph. He's a God who's always there. Jehovah Shammah. A friend that sticks closer than a brother. Is anybody here also this morning? Glory be to God. When David was in the valley season of his life, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thou. You can always depend on God. And you see, you don't need to feel him to know he's present. Never confuse God's silence for God's absence. Never confuse that God is silent does not mean God is not present. In fact, even in his silence, he's saying a lot. Even in his silence. Because there are times in your life you feel like, I can't hear God. But just because you can't hear God does not mean God has left you. He said, I will never leave you. I'll never forsake you. Church, are you hearing what I'm saying this morning? Tell your neighbor you're not alone. Whatever it is you are dealing with, you're not alone. Yeah, you're not alone. In that season and in that situation, you are not. Isaiah 43 and verse 2. He said, though you walk through the waters, he said, I will be with you. Through the river, they will not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, and the flame will not scorch upon you. He is always there. Even when no one is there, he is always there. Your pastor will not always be there. And don't be angry, because if you walk in bitterness, your faith will not work. Your faith will not work. Faith works by love. You see now? So you cannot be angry with me. I want to be there, but I cannot always be there because I'm a human being. All flesh is as grass. And the grass withers and the flower fades. So all flesh has limitation. All flesh. The pastor will not always be there. You can be sure of that. He will not always be there. He can be overwhelmed. He can reach his own limits as well. He can be overwhelmed. At times we even send a message, I'm praying to know what to say. I don't want to give you a nominal response. I want to hear from God to speak, and I've not heard. So I'm processing what you sent to me, and I'm praying over it. To know what to say in that situation. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I'm not a professional pastor. No, there are professional pastors. And there are prayer contractors. I'm not a professional pastor. I'm not a prayer contractor. I'm working with God myself. Working with God. I'm studying and growing Him and knowing God. I still wake up amazed to God and the things He does. I'm still a student in that school. There's no alumnus. You can never graduate in your knowledge of God. Never. By the time you think you've seen the best of God, then He will show you the shallowness of your knowledge.